Alright, so we're doing Odell's Brewery, which actually, this beer friend can speak for himself. It was the best experience on the trip.
We went twice!
We went twice. It was just so chill and so cool, and not one of those big breweries like New Belgium or that we had heard about. It was just, it was great. It was great how they've changed it since I've been there and whatnot. I think that Odell has really stepped it up. 90 Shilling is a lightened Scottish ale. 90 Shilling comes from the Scottish coin. Apparently it's a shilling.
And the tax used to be.
Yes.
Beer tax was great. What you reading for?
That was like a fucking. That was like an app. That was like. Go. You are like comedian right now. Growing up in Colorado, this was the like Odell brew that you always heard about. You always heard about 90 Shilling. You always heard about Fat Tire from New Belgium. This was the beer that kind of represented what Odell's was, and so this was the easiest to get. And that's why I think that it's such a light Scottish ale. If this was a heavier Scottish ale, I think that it wouldn't be nearly as popular.
No. Yeah, no, and I mean, I've gotten into really liking Scottish ales for the flavors they bring, and the heavier ones, but this one is just, even those I can find a little more difficult to have a second or third of. It's something you have once that, like, okay, let me go back to beer I'm more comfortable with, because it's got that weird, there's a weird flavor to it that's, I guess it's malts. That would be the malt flavor in that is so overpowering that it's kind of it's kind of weird. I do like them, and we had Backwoods Bastard, right? That was a Scotch ale, right?
Yep.
If I was right, and that was fun. And what you can do with Scotch ales are good.
Right.
Yeah, but that was heavier. This being lighter is just you get that slight malt characteristic, and it just then kind of rolls over. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and review it. I actually, for sentimentality reasons, I'm going to rate this an 8.5. I think it's a great beer.
You kiss her.
Sorry.
Did you read that?
I like.
You gotta say, did you read this part of it though?
What's this?
This part of it.
Endorsed by Brad.
Oh! I really like this beer. I think it's a great flagship beer. I think it's a great beer to represent Odell's. And if you ever get the chance to go to Fort Collins, bypass New Belgium and go straight to Odell's because nobody's there and they have better beers.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it an 8 because I'm not from out west. I like it a lot, but there's no sense.
Brad's gonna give it a 6 because he's from New York.
No, I just because I don't want to be like Brad. I think we should be a little different. Yeah, 8.25. How's that? We'll get. I'm sticking on an 8.25. I'm gonna get up close. I'm gonna get real close because I like it. It's a nice Scotch ale. It's really easy to drink. Because it's a little lighter, it does make it a little more palatable to a lot of people, which I don't care if everybody's drinking the beer I'm drinking. However, I do like it a lot. Okay, so I don't have to rate it that low. But I think I'm just gonna give it a 6.
Whoa.
And it's not that I don't. I mean, there's something about it that I don't particularly like that much. And I mean, definitely no offense to the Odell Brewing Company because I've loved both times we went out there. But I also remember not getting this out of the time. I think I maybe tasted it the first time that we went, and then the second time just made it a point not to get it because I know I didn't like it. I mean, it's drinkable, it's easy, but there's a taste to it that I'm just like not that big of a fan of. And I think it's like, you know, that little Scotch malt taste that is just not my favorite. And I don't know though if it's like, because I did like Backwoods Bastard, but I also think maybe that the oak part of that one kind of grew on it. I just don't know if Scotch ales in general are my kind of area. And then even when you lighten it a little bit, it makes it less my favorite. I think maybe I would like a little bit more of an intense flavor. When it's lightened, it seems like it's just like trying to get somewhere, but not. I can see how other people like really like it, why it would be a good introductory beer, but for me, I wouldn't pick it up at the store, I don't think. You know?
I'm gonna rate it. What did I rate it? 7.5. I'm gonna rate it 7.5 because it's a good way to introduce people to Scotch ale. I agree with that. It's got a good flavor, but I'm not going to do more than 2 or 3 in a night. It's not, you know, Scotch ale isn't my favorite thing. It is something that I'll drink, but I'll move on and do something. It's something that I would include in the evening. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good, and it's definitely a good for what we talked about as far as introducing people to that, and for a flagship beer that you're talking about, a fantastic way to go, and a good choice on Odell's part, I think, to compete with the other people in their market. So good on them.
Somebody should say, man, high five to people like Scotch ales. What up?
Oh, come on. Wait, do we not like it?
No, but you're gonna high five me anyway.
Just to prove.
Oh, no! I'm a man!